Hey YouTubers, what's going on? Mike Simon here, and today I'm going to show you how to hook up a solar panel to a basic 30 amp charge controller and to a Marine AC Delco battery. First we have a solar panel from Renology. It is 100 watts, 5.6 amps, 30 amp charger, and a battery. A couple tools you'll need is some pliers and a flathead screwdriver. So let's dig into this. So the 30 amp charge controller that I have has two USB ports in the top, and on the bottom you can plug in your solar panel, positive and negative. You got your positive and negative for your battery, and you got positive and negative if you want to run strictly DC directly off the solar panel and not running through the battery. It has a quick display on the top that gives you the charging, the voltage of the battery, the wattage, volts, and amps that your solar panel is pulling. It illuminates up so that you can see it in the dark. Here's the model number if you're curious. It's the LMS 2430, 12 volt or 24 volt 30 amp. It's got a metal backing, and you can mount this on a wall. It's got screw holes. So this is what we're going to be hooking up today. First, we're going to start off by hooking up the solar panel, positive and negative. I just have two little wires that are basically leads. These are going to go the positive and negative to my charge controller, and the other end are going to go to the battery. There you have it. We have the charge controller all connected and everything that needs to be put in place. Next, we want to hook up the positive and the negative to the terminals on the battery. So basically, now that we have that hooked up, you will notice on the charge controller that it has automatically turned on, and you can start to see the display. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but it will show you there's no load. Nothing is currently running off the load at all. It shows you your total kilowatt hours of voltage that you brought in. The battery, which is toast, I already know that. It says it's 6.1 volts. My panel, right now because it's kind of cloudy and no sun, it's only pulling 8.7 volts. Charging, it will show the amps. It's charging at 0.1 amps right now when it's cloudy. That's cool about this solar panel. It is the monochrome or monocrystal light, so it requires minimum light to start charging. I have this set up on a 24-hour period. And again, the load is 0 amps. What I mean by the load is that's if you're using the bottom ports to pull power directly off the solar panel, which in my case I'm not doing. I'm using the solar panel to charge the battery. As the battery is charging, I'm pulling juice directly from the battery. So you can see here that it's got the solar panel connected. It gives you the battery, and as well as an LED indicator to show whether or not you're pulling juice from the panel itself. You have a charging light here at the top and a port charging. Right now it's flashing red because the battery is pretty much toast. I had it sitting on here for a couple of days and it will not hold a charge. But I just wanted to demonstrate on how to hook up a basic solar panel to a charge controller into your battery. Now your next step, what you would want to do is hook up a power inverter so you can convert it from DC to AC voltage. And I'll show you how to do that next. Okay, so now here I have a basic Coleman 300 watt DC to AC power inverter. Basically this is just your positive and negative, which you'll hook to the battery terminals with an on and off switch. You'll notice how it has two terminals, or 110 AC outlets. So basically what you'll want to do is hook up your negative and hook up your positive. Now these come stock and basic with a fuse, so if you pull up too much amperage, it'll blow the fuse before it blows your inverter. Or simply just flip the switch on, and it's indicating I have a low battery, which we already determined that this battery is toast. But in the event you didn't have a bad battery, the light would show up green, have power, and you would hear a fan spinning in case it overheated. Basically it keeps it cool, so the more watts you draw from the power inverter, it doesn't get too hot. So I had this set up this past summer because I moved my computer desk and everything into the garage. I had the solar panel inside, or actually outside on top of my garage, and I just ran the cables down through the window, and I hung the charge controller on the wall, put a battery on the floor, and I actually used a 7,000 watt power inverter, which was around 450 bucks. And I ran my whole computer and a majority of my garage off just one of these batteries alone for an entire summer. Now what it is, switched over all the bulbs in the garage to LEDs, and the computer was the basic 500 watt power supply computer, which I just turned it on when I came outside or used it or played music or went out in the garage. But pretty much I was able to run everything in my garage off just a simple setup like this. Now it probably didn't save me that much money, but I have two of these panels, so eventually I'm going to hook up two of them, which would be 200 watts, and I'll have a total of, I want to say 11.5 amps of charging. And then once I get a couple good deep cycle marine batteries, I think I'll be all set. So stay tuned until I get the other panel set up and connected and a new battery, and then I'll do a good demonstration on how to hook up two panels in a series or parallel, whether you want to double your amperage or double your voltage. Peace.